Howdy folks, welcome to another little episode of Real Country with Jeff and Melanie. Just thought I'd do a little combo video this afternoon, a little update on our tractor situation and a little bit of a project's going to be working on for the next day or two. That wind is terrible right now. I can only imagine what this is going to sound like, but I'll try my best not to let it mess it up. Bear with me. I recently posted a little short video about a week or two ago that we had just got us a new little old tractor for the farm. Helped me do some work on the acreage and save my tired old back. And I said it was a 1954 8N Ford. Well, since I got it, I got to looking, trying to learn more about it on Facebook and Google and YouTube, and got me curious to try to pinpoint exactly on down the road if I want to paint it, what color I should paint it to be correct, and then what year model it is in case I need to buy any kind of replacement parts. And so, long story short, in my search, with some help from some very nice people on a Facebook Ford 8N little club that I joined so I could learn, and they've already taught me a bunch. They showed me where to find my serial numbers on the motor, and with some gentlemen's help and some lists that they pointed me in the right direction, I believe I need to make a correction that this is not a 1954 8N Ford tractor, but a 1950 8N Ford tractor. And the gentleman pointed out to me that if I come over here, and y'all may not be able to see it, I'm sorry, apologize for the shadows, but right here on the motor block, let's see if we can see my finger. There is a serial number. I had to rub it with a little wire brush and damp it with a cloth and took pictures and posted that. And some gentlemen in that 8N club were nice enough and kind enough to send me the information about a list of serial numbers and how the numbers run as to what year. So I believe it's safe to say from the serial number that this is a 1950. So I thank those nice gentlemen for the help. I really appreciate it. Like I said, this is my first real tractor. When I was a boy, we had a garden that was several miles away from our house outside the city limits. I think my dad had about 1.5 acres and my uncle had about 1.5 acres, and together they farmed it. And my uncle bought a small John Deere garden tractor. And really today, riding lawnmowers are built bigger than it was. It didn't have a PTO, but it did have a hydraulic 3-point lift system. So we could plow, we could plant, but we just couldn't bush hog. And there was another gentleman that lived right across the road from where we were at, and he had a Oliver tractor, big Oliver, and my uncle and dad would pay him a tank of gas and a little extra every year, and he'd come over and bush hog for us, and then we'd lay off the rows and plant. So I've got a lot to learn, and I'm not the brightest bulb on the tree, but hopefully by looking on channels and looking up on the phone and some help from some nice people, maybe I can learn some stuff and pass it on to y'all, where maybe somebody out there might have the same problem I'm having, and if we can help each other out, that's what it's all about. Like I said, I'm not planning by no means doing a full restoration, but I know I got to have a new seat. My seat's tore up, and I got to make an adjustment on the bush hog on the PTO shaft. And there's little places, I may need to place a hose, a belt, gauge, and just want to, make sure that I know what I'm ordering before I waste my time and money to mail it off. But that's the little tractor update. Let me flip this around. There's my ugly face. Y'all excuse me, I'm going through bright sunshine and shadows, so it's probably not the best picture. But now getting to another little thing that we talked about. In a previous video, I mentioned we were having some problem with some trespassers. My dogs have been barking really, really bad. And walked through my woods doing something else and actually found some hypodermic needles on the ground, which scared me. I'd hate for me or some innocent person to get out there doing something and get stuck and get in trouble. So one of the projects I'm fixing to do is add an exterior light out here by my barn. Let me see if I can turn around to where that sun ain't messing up the picture real bad. And y'all probably gonna notice how junky and messy my back area back here by the barn is. Well, one, I've been lazy. Two, our weather's been real rainy for a while. And last year we really didn't get hardly any work done, and it's kind of gotten a mess. But I'm starting my spring cleaning. We're gonna cut some bushes back, expand, clean up, and try to get this thing organized to protect some of our equipment and to give us room to work. And but if it looks junky, bear with me. Hopefully I'll get it cleaned up day by day and we'll have it straight first. So excuse the mess. This is real, this ain't fake. But what I did, I went to the store, went to Home Depot, and we bought a 12-foot 4x4 pressure treated post. And I'm gonna put it in the ground right here beside my old junky barn. And oh, by the way, I hate to say it, make somebody mad, but I don't care. I am an Alabama fan. We do live in Alabama. And congratulations to the University of Alabama for winning another national championship. Roll Tide, we proud of the guys. Look forward to next year, maybe we can have another good season then. But the other thing, coming right here off the corner of my barn, and I done come over here and did the ugly work, dug me a 2-foot hole. And the post is gonna stick out of the ground 10 foot up. All I've got to do now is just set the pole in the ground. I'm gonna fill it with a partial 3/4 of a bag of concrete, and learned this trick the hard way. Every now and then, when I was in a hunting club years ago, me and my cousin and other folks, we'd build little outbuildings and sheds and things like that. And to start off with, we tried to haul water way back in the woods on 4-wheelers. And that always made a sloppy mess. And then somebody pointed out to us, I don't remember who, it's been years ago. Uh-oh, my bad dog's trying to eat me up, folks. Here's the vicious little attack fella, ready to eat me up. Little cutter, he's growing up. But we don't have to add water. The natural moisture in the ground, if you'll take a bag of that ready mix that's already got the concrete in it, you don't have to add water if it's just digging a post hole. So all I gotta do is just pour it in there, tamp it down with the shovel, and just about completely up to the top, and then take the damp soil where you dug the hole and pack it around it. If you leave it alone, once you set it in there and get it level, leave it alone for about a day or two and don't push or pull on it. 9 out of 10 times it sets up rock hard and perfect, and you never had no more problems with it. But here's the little pole right here. I'm fixing to try to do some setup. Like I said, excuse the mess, but got it on my sawhorses. And like I said, this is a 12-foot pole. I've already come down here and measured it off, took my straight edge and marked it at 2 foot, and we're gonna put it in the ground that deep, cement it, and have the other 10 foot sticking out. Basically, what I'm gonna do is take this electrical box right here, just no plain, drunk cam, I'm tilting wrong, just a plain metal box, and I'm gonna bolt it, screw it into the 4x4 post, And I've already got this plate that comes with the light fixture on. Once this screwed in, then we just knock a tab out right here. And that's basically all I'm going to do today. Is pick it up once that's on there and walk over there and stick it in the hole. And once I put that on there, then I'll just run my wire through the bottom, bring it out, then run it through this face plate that's going to fit just like that. And I will pass the electrical wire that's going to run into my shop through here and connect it with the light fixture. Then the light fixture will connect right here. Then all I got to do is walk inside the shop, and right inside the wall on the other side of where I'm going to have this hanging near the edge of the barn is my breaker box. And all I got to do then is just one hot wire, one neutral wire, one ground wire. And this is the outdoor fixture that's going to attach to the pole. We hope. I wanted to buy a dusk to dawn light, but they had one, but they didn't have any bulbs. With all this shipping issues going on, it's getting to where you can't do anything. You buy a light, you can't get a bulb for it. But we went with this one. It's not dusk to dawn, so basically what I'll do is at night time I'll walk out here to the barn, I'll throw a light switch and let it run all night. When I get up in the morning, I'll come down here and cut it off. But you can see right there by my wires, it's just a basic white to white, black to black, ground to ground. Nothing to it. Inside the barn at the breaker box, basically the same thing. You connect to your breaker, you connect to the neutral bus bar, and you connect your ground. And that one takes up to a 300 watt bulb. And believe it or not, we were able to find a couple of 300 watt bulbs, LED. So hopefully, if we do have anybody messing around, it shouldn't be messing around. Got to throw a light on them, and maybe they won't be so brave coming around messing after dark. We also had a street light that's out in the front yard that was here when we bought the house. And I noticed about a month ago or so that it started flickering off and on. Not all the time. Sometimes it'd burn all night long, cut off at daytime. Some nights you go out there, and while you're out there, it'd just throw off. You'd be in the dark 3 or 4 minutes, and then it'd come back on. Here lately, it's off more at night than it's on, and that's not good. We're out here in the county, and when it's dark, it's dark. So I was able to call Alabama Power, and the man was nice this morning, come out, said it was just a bad bulb, and he put it in there. I should be good to go come dark. And also mentioned to him, I'm thinking we're going to see about putting one out at the front cattle gate. That way when we pull up at night, kind of light up the driveway, light up the gate in case anybody was to mess around up there. They shouldn't want to hang out if they in the light. Most of the folks that's up to no good, they like cockroaches. They only want to come out at night. They turn on the light, they want to run and hide. But I'm going to set the camera up real quick. We're going to see about mounting this box real quick. I'll walk over there and set it in the ground, and then we'll wrap this little video up. And then maybe tomorrow, the next day, quick as I get a chance, I'll put another little video up, and we'll show you after that concrete is set up and the pole is steady. We'll show you me hooking the light up and hopefully have everything ready to go. But folks, hold on and let me set this up. We'll see what we can do. And like I said, if you see my ugly little work area here, please excuse me. I'm a work in progress like everything. So hold tight and let's see if we can set us up. Oh goodness. Let's see, Booney girl. I know what we'll do. We'll take this bucket. Y'all excuse my mess. I'm going to set this up. Boone wants a close-up. Hey, baby. Missy Boone. That's my girl. All right. I think that right there be about right. All right. Let me get over here. Alrighty, folks. I'm gonna put this in here, attach it to the pole with these 4-inch wood screws. That fixture's not real heavy, but I'd rather have it a little bit extra long and never need it than need it not have it. Let's see. Let me scoot this over just a touch. Try that one more time. It's a windy day today, folks. Not that cold, about 50. But it's a blustery day, as Pooh Bear used to say. Right. I think I'm going to put another one in just for good measure. Don't hurt to have a little extra. Now if I can get my little bit out of there. I don't believe that's going nowhere. Let's see. I think that third one will do it. I don't think we need 4. And the holes don't line up in the back of the electrical junction box anyway. Alrighty. Now, let's set all this down and try not to do no more banging than I got to do tomorrow. We're going to set all this out of the way. Those are very important pieces inside that one. Wasn't sure which junction box I ought to use, and trying to make do with what I have. I think this thing will be real pretty when we get it all put together and hopefully put out a good light. And now, as you can see right here, there's just a little knockout tab. There's one at every corner, every side. We're just going to knock this one out, and that way we can run the wire through later on. Those little tabs just pull right out. That lets you run your wire. They just come straight loose. I like this light fixture. It's got a nice little black powder coat. And all I got to do tomorrow is just mount this on. Let me pick this up and show you. These two holes right there match up, and we just tighten that up. And then I'll run that pipe off of that lampshade in, and then with an Allen wrench, these 2 screws right here will thread up and secure it in place. And all your wires will be connected in here, covered with electrical tape. And then before it's all over, I'll probably get me some little caulking and go around and try to make sure I can seal any little openings on the box to keep out any unnecessary moisture. Now, let me mention this. I am not a professional electrician. I don't work on nobody else's stuff but my own. Now that being said, 100 years ago, I did go to our local Votech school at night, and I completed their entire electrical program. I took basic residential, I took industrial, commercial, passed everything, got a little notebook full of certificates, and even went to a nearby town and got my city master electrician card. So I'm not a real electrician. I kept the little card, but never worked as a real electrician. So don't listen to me and play with some wiring and get out here and hurt yourself. It's not my fault if you do. I'm not telling anybody what to do. I'm just showing you what I'm doing. So if I mess up, make a mistake, and get fried, it's on me. Don't trust what I tell you to do, because I wouldn't want nobody to copycat me and get hurt. If you're not 100% safe doing what you're doing, don't do it. Call you a licensed, insured electrician, because electricity can kill you quick. So, but what I'm going to do, I'm making all my connections before it ever comes in contact with live power. And before I wire it into my outlet, my breaker box, I'm throwing the power to the entire barn. So pretty impossible for me to get fried. I'm a big sissy, a big coward. I don't want to get electrocuted. So I'm going to make sure that thing's dead as a doornail. I'm going to test it with my multi-tester, make sure there ain't no hot juice flowing. Then I'll make my connections, then I'll step away and turn it on, and then we'll make sure everything works good. So if you ever play with this stuff, like the old saying, I'm not an electrician. I play one on my little TV thing right here. But be careful out there. This can hurt you bad or permanent, so be very careful. And if you're not sure, don't do it yourself. But anyway, all we're going to do right now, I don't think we got no chances of rain today or tomorrow. So basically, I'm going to tote this big old heavy pole. We're going to set it, and I'm going to try to have the light fixture coming toward me the way I'm standing right now. And I'm facing my barn that way, so I'm going to have the fixture facing me. Like I said, excuse that ugly barn and my mess out here. We're works in progress. But we'll try to get this set in there real quick, and then tomorrow, the next day, first chance I get, the next video, I'll show you the pole already cemented in the ground, should be ready to rock, and then we'll just make the connections, and hopefully we'll have a light fixture working. Well, folks, thank y'all for joining us. I won't bore you with me just walking 10 foot and setting it in a hole. That's kind of hard to do and hold the camera by yourself too. But I tell you what, I might let it run for a second and walk over there. But either way, hope y'all like the videos. Please hit the like and subscribe. Tell your friends. Like I said, we getting a few more viewers every day, and we sure do appreciate it. But thank y'all for watching, and if the good Lord's willing, the creek don't rise, we'll see y'all on down the road in just a little while. Thank y'all. And I'm going to set it up, see if you can see me tote it over there. If I can get everything like we want it. Alrighty, girl. Let's see what we're going to do now. Oh, this old post is heavy, and I'm too old. Watch it. Alrighty. Well, that's better than I thought. Now we just got to cement it in and hold tight. Maybe it won't fall on my head. See y'all next time.